that your pants have colors and flared legs. He just smiled and said, I'm wearing Levi's. Dull has gone out of style. Then in his strange way, he transported us to a world of Levi's slacks and jeans, tweeds, cords, flares with Dacron polyester. It was magic. Push jeans, blue jeans, bells, beautiful Levi's magic, coveralls, knickers, and knits. And we cried for more.
Hello, vinyl community. Dave the Pickup Artist with you for another week of Psychedelic Sunday, where the cost of one admission is your mind. This week we're going to go on a little bit of an international trip. Starting with my first pickup, we got the Flower Traveling Band with Satori.
People are aroused.
Very cool album cover. These guys were from Japan. One of the guys knew John Lennon. He was in a band that opened for the Beatles when they toured Japan in 66, I believe that was. Something like 65 or 66. And he visited John Lennon and got to check out bands like Cream and Jimi Hendrix Experience. And he was blown away and wanted to bring that back with him, that experience back with him to Japan and start this band. The first album was under another name. Then the second one they did was, I guess it was still covers, but I think this one, their third release, technically their third release, was their first album of original material, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, this is great hard rock psych. The guitar player developed some sort of hybrid cross between a sitar and a guitar. Very cool stuff. The label. Now, there's a lot of different versions of this, and I got this through Amazon. I like Amazon because they're usually reliable. The thing about Amazon, though, is you don't always know what pressing you're going to get. You know you're going to get a late pressing, but you don't really know. Now, this one has a cool kind of poster in it. And this might have been, this might have even been the what the inner cover has on it. I'm not sure, but this sounds great. Yeah, glad to finally add these guys. I want to get the first two also. I forget what the name of the first album was. It went under both albums, both of the covers, they're nude. And the first album, they're nude. And the second album, they're riding their motorcycles nude. So these guys like to let it all hang out.
12-inch penis.
Another example of that thing with Amazon, I ordered the second Brain Ticket album a while back, and I did not know that I was going to be getting the picture disc of this. It didn't say it was picture disc. But that being said, I put it on the sound wasn't too bad. It is pretty cool, but I would have rather had, but you don't know what pressing. And a lot of times I'll read the reviews, and sometimes you can find out by reading the reviews, but sometimes even those are wrong. This has an OB strip. And it's also got a little discography, a Brain Ticket. It's a great album. This. This is Krautrock from Belgium, but it's Krautrock, acid rock. It's very cool, and it was started by this guy who's got this real long name, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but he went on for a while under the name Brain Ticket. But I'm looking for the first. I heard that's a little bit more even experimental than this is, and this is pretty out there, so I'm looking for that. So yeah, we went to Japan, Belgium, and now we're going to go to Brazil with Os Mutantes. This is one of those collector's things where they have the not only the record, you also get a CD. I think it's called, what's it called? Digalog with Lilith. But this was a very cool band. They were part of the Tropicalia scene. And they got political. They spoke out. They weren't afraid to speak out. But what I like about this band is the guitar player has these homemade fuzz pedals that give this band this great fuzzy, kind of sludged out. Sound. And yeah, I haven't even heard the other albums they've done. I should probably listen to those. I'm sure they're good, but yeah. Os Mutantes. The first time I heard this band was on the Nuggets 2, the UK and Beyond set. But yeah. My favorite track is the first track on side 2 called Bat Mukamba. It is wicked fuzzy. Definitely good stuff. And they dressed weird too. Os Mutantes, or the Mutants, if you prefer. So we're leaving Brazil and we're heading over to Africa, namely Zambia, for some Zamrock. We've got Witch, Lazy Bones. This is Witch's third album. I think we're talking around 1974. Nobody really knows. But this is, yeah, 75 actually. And these guys were on a steady diet of James Brown, the Stones, and Deep Purple, according to the hype sticker. And these guys and other Zamrock bands, they were listening to rhythm and blues, but they were also listening to a lot of psych, like Cream. They say they were listening to British and American psych, but I think they were listening to more British psych. Children. Cunts. But this is pretty good. These guys, this is their third album. These guys, the first two albums, I think the first one is called Introduction. And there is another one with kind of like the same cover. And I think that might be their second one. And I think this is their third one. I could be wrong about that. Of course, I think back in the day, these had different covers. But yeah, I don't know if I like these guys as much as I do the Nagazi family. That's my favorite Zamrock act, but any Zamrock album I can find, I pick up. But yeah, this is good stuff. Great guitar on these. They were like 5 or 6 years behind their time, but they really caught up fast. And yeah, it's great stuff. Listen to Zamrock, you'll love it. And this is on orange vinyl. Yeah, cool stuff. Earlier, we were listening to another Japanese band. I don't know if this band was as good as Flower Traveling Band, but what they lacked in talent, they made up for in enthusiasm. We've got the Mops from Japan.
People are aroused. aroused.
You want somebody to love, don't you need somebody to love? Won't you love somebody to love? You better find somebody to love. Your eyes are saying your eyes may.
On this particular album, we've got them doing covers. It's half covers, half original stuff. And I actually like the original material better than their covers, but they do a lot of interesting covers. Unfortunately, you can't tell the track listing on the album or the record. It's all in Japanese, but this is a fun album. And actually in Japan, you can they have more albums, but this is the only one you can really find in America. You can get it through Amazon, or I did. But there are other albums from this band, the Mops, and they're all in Japan, unfortunately. And that's all I've got. I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Take care.
I can't live. I can't